we will see now the C function for finding the fast transpose of sparse matrix. Okay, so here I'll define basically this function. From main you will basically call this function. So here I'll define this function as void fast transpose. Okay, so in this function I'll be calling basically, I'll be passing basically here the matrix A, which is our sparse matrix, which contain maximum size and 3 number of column, and the matrix B is our fast transpose of sparse matrix. Okay, now here first of all we will take the required number of variables we need. So here I'll take some variables, like I'll take here the number of rows m, number of columns in n, then I need t for storing total number of non-zero elements, then I'll take this one for column numbers for a particular matrix, and the location I need here. Okay, we'll see one by one. Then as we are actually storing the two things, the first thing is basically the total number of elements in each column and the row index. So for this purpose we'll take two arrays. A first array for storing the total number of elements in the respective columns, and the next I need a row index for storing basically the respective start index of row. Okay, then here we will initialize those variables with let's say total number of rows we will be getting in A of 0 0. Total number of columns we are getting n is equal to, it is in A of 0 1. Then total number of non-zero elements that are there in A of 0 2. Okay, then again we'll put those values in matrix B. So here we will say B of 0 0. Now this will be equal to total number of columns n, and then B of 0 1 will be equal to total number of rows, which will become now column, that is m, and B of 0 2 will be equal to total number of non-zero elements. We have filled basically the 0th row of each column. Okay, now we will fill our total matrix. So I'll take here one example. So matrix A is of 3 by 3. There are 5 number of elements are there. 0 1 4 0 2 6 1 0 9 1 2 4 2 2, let's say 7. We assume that even though 9 are there, but I have taken 5, no problem. Now what I want to do here, basically this is our total. This is our total row, right? So here this row is basically determining the total number of elements in respective columns. So since there are 3 columns, 3 index are there. So here 0th column index is here, so that is 1. So for this I will be writing a loop. Okay, so here how many number of columns are there? There are n number of columns are there. First of all I will basically initialize our all this total columns as 0 0 0. So here I'll be writing a for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and we initialize these columns. Total of I is equal to 0. Okay, now after that what we supposed to do, here we have initialized all these cells to 0. We have to read this matrix A from first row till the last row, that is 5, and we have to read this particular cell 0 1 2. We have to read this first cell. ये मुझे completely पढ़ना है, this one. Okay, so for this purpose here I will use the for loop. So here I'll write now this for loop for filling the total. So I'll write here for, we are starting from first row. So for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to total number of non-zero elements in matrix A and I plus plus. Okay, then here we have to get column number. So we are getting here column number from A of I of 1. So we are reading this cell A of I of 1. Okay, so this is I, and I of 1 is 1 now. So then what we'll do, we will increment, because we find the first element from column number 1. We increment total of I plus plus. Sorry, total of column number plus plus. Now column number is 1. So total of 1 plus plus, this is 0. This will become now 1. So what we'll do here now, we'll be writing here total of column number plus, and here completes our for. Right, now next time I will point out to this element. So here column number is 2. So total of column number means total of 2 plus plus. So total of 2 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Next time this will point, I will point out to this. So column number will be A of I1. So A of I1 is 0. So total of column number. So look at this. Total of column number. So total of 0 plus plus. So 0, 1, initially 0. This will become 1. Next time I will point out to this. So column number is 2. So total of 2 plus plus 1 plus 1 is 2. This will become 2. So like that we are filling the total columns. Now we have to find out the index. Right. So index of every cell. Index of every row which is column here. So for that purpose again we will apply the formula here. I'll remove this part here. Okay, so I'll write the next part of code on the right side. Okay, now we have to find out the index. So initially by default the first 0th row will start at index 1. So I'll write here index of 0 is by default 1. Right, and how many number of columns are there? N number of columns, and I have to give index of every column. So here then we'll see for I is equal to 1, because 0th column we already given index. I less than number of columns in matrix A, I plus plus. Now how we are finding out the index here? We already seen the formula. What is the formula? Index of I is equal to index of I minus 1 plus total number of elements in I minus 1 row or column, you can say in okay. So we have find out the index, we have find out the total. So these things we done. Now what is the next thing? We have to traverse the matrix A so that we can put the respective values in the column. So here we will traverse now. So we'll apply here now for loop for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to total number of non-zero elements in matrix A, I plus plus. Inside this loop, what we supposed to do? First of all, we supposed to find out the column number in the matrix. So here we will say column number we will get where in A of I of 1. We'll get column number in A of I of 1. Then we have to find out location of respective column number in index A. Okay, so we will say here now location is equal to index of column number, right? Because let's say column number is 2. Now I want to insert the particular cell which is a 2 column number and 2 as a row. So I'll go to the index of 2 and find out its location in index. Okay, so once I get the location, I'll store that location. Let's say here this is 1 3 9 0 1 2. Let's say I get a column number initially as 1. So 1 ka location is 3. So that 3 I will store in location. Okay. But next 1 ka value when I come and find out location, that will should be a 4. So for this purpose what we'll be doing here, we'll increment that index of the respective column number. So I'll increment this index as index of column number plus plus. Okay. And then at this location we will be storing the values. Okay. So what we'll be doing here, I'll use another color here. So in B of location of 0, we'll copy here, this is row number, we'll copy here A ka column number. So we'll copy here A of I of 1. Then at B of location of 1, we will copy here A of I of 0. Then B of location of 2 here, we'll copy here A of I of 2. Right? So with this here, our for loop completes here, and the main function also completes over here. This is our main function. Or the void fast transpose functions also completes here. Okay, I'll just repeat it once again, the different steps in the function. First of all, here we are finding out total number of rows, total number of columns, and total number of non-zero elements in matrix A. Then we are copying those things in matrix B, where we are storing our fast transpose. After this, what we are doing here, we are want to find out total number of elements in respective columns, right? So there are n number of columns are there here. So what we are doing, we are basically initializing that total array to 0. Then we are visiting each column element in matrix A. Since there are total number of non-zero elements are t, we'll apply the for loop, or we read t number of rows, and from row we'll find out the each element from column. So here the element will be stored initially for column number, that is in A of I1, first column here, right? And from that we will increment that column. Let's say I got here column number as 0. That means I got the first element value from 0th column. So what I'll do, total of 0 plus plus. So your total will initialize to 0, 0 plus 1 will become 1. So by this way we'll get the total array. Then we want to find out the start index for each row. So by default, the 0th row of first element will start at index 1. So we initialize to 1. Then for first row onwards till n number of columns, because they are going to be a row, what we are applying here? We are applying here for loop, and then we are calculating index of I. Start index of ith row will be its previous row ka start index plus its previous row ka total number of elements in that. Okay. So by this way we will get the index. Then what we are doing here, we are basically finding the column number. We are reading the sparse matrix A. We are finding out this column number. So let's say I got column number 1. So then I will check for first column what is the start index in its fast transpose. So I get here start index as 3, which I will store in location, because I am using now third index. And for next value I will be incrementing that location by 1 over here. Okay, now I got basically the index for the current cell as location. So in the fast transpose matrix B of location of 0, I'll copy the respective cell of A like this. Okay, and that will continue till t number of non-zero elements. Okay, so if you look at here, there is no nested for loop you will find here. Each for loop is separate, right? We are not doing a nested for loop the way we did it in the simple transpose, and that's why here it is called as the fast transpose of the sparse matrix. I'll give 1-2 minutes to copy this, basically the content of the program. Okay, now after this we will go for its time complexity of the fast transpose matrix. So for time complexity, I'll take a new page. So here we will see the time complexity of fast transpose. You can give heading time complexity for fast transpose matrix. Okay, so if you see in program, there are basically 4 loops, right? There are 4 loops in this function. 4 for loops are there in the function. Okay, and if you look at the code which is there with you, you can see that basically the first for loop is running for n times, the next for loop is running for t times, and the next for loop is running for n minus 1 times, and final for loop when we copying it, it is running for t times, right? So if we go for the order of magnitude of time complexity here, if we count the frequency count, we'll get approximately here 2n plus 2t, which is approximately O of n plus t, because we neglect the constants from given time complexity. Okay, so here you can see that's how it is a fast transpose of the sparse matrix. Okay, but here basically there are 2 extra cells we need here. That is, first cell is about index column, index row, and second thing is about the total row. So we need 2 extra rows. So here this is a time complexity. So time complexity of fast transpose given here is O of n plus t, very clear. But the space complexity here is different. The space complexity given As we know, we have these two extra rows, index and total rows. So the space complexity is around O of t plus 2n, because n is index row size is total number of columns, and total is also the total number of column size, and the t is the total number of rows in the matrix B. So this is space complexity. So if we compare fast and simple transpose, we will find that a fast transpose has a good time complexity as compared to simple transpose, but it needs the higher space complexity as compared to the simple transpose. Okay, so that is about the simple fast transpose, and now we'll go for the question answer session. Thank you.